He is a writer, director, editor, and a very good music person. Director Gerald Taro. Hello, Gerald.
Nag-back out yung actor ko at the last minute. So,
Okay.
the longer I stay in this industry, parang mas lalong nahihiyang yung mga taong.
Lumapit sa...
So hindi ko naman parang life mission na ibaba lahat ng mga bayani sa level natin na tao.
Nasasaktan ka.
May konting kirot, pero after a while parang that's out of my control.
Ano yung bisa ng pagiging director mo ngayon
What do you
sa panahon ngayon, Gerald? And at the time when, after the pandemic, nag-iba yung viewing habits ng Pinoy, parang ang mga tao, talagang ang major yakag para pumunta sa pelikula. Whereas dati, nandun yung audience.
Yeah.
But di ka natitinan, gumagawa ka pa rin ng pelikula. Ang dami pa rin gumagawa ng pelikula despite that. So,
Yeah.
ano yung importansya ng pagiging director ngayon sa pelikula?
Ay, hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam.
Kunyari, hindi ka na-entice mag-TV na lang. Mag-TV naman.
As much as I can, I try to stay in film. Pero
Yes.
who knows, hindi naman ako sarado sa idea ng TV.
Okay.
Pero hanggat kaya sa film muna.
Pelikula.
Yeah, but as to your question, honestly, kasi nasa precarious state ang pelikula, the art form itself, ngayon. So, parang that's something that I'm trying to wrestle with at the moment. So, hindi ko alam kung ano yung magiging silbi, hindi lang ng director, pero ng pelikula.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi na siya yung malaking cultural moment
Totoo.
as before.
Totoo.
Because of many reasons. Hindi lang dahil sa streaming, hindi lang dahil sa pandemic. Iba-ibang rason siya. So, parang hindi na siya something na napag-uusapan every time. Dahil nga madami na tayong ibang options for consuming entertainment. So, hindi ko alam. I'm just hoping na if ever I get to make more films, may impact pa rin siya sa audience.
Sa mga tao.
Oo.
Okay.
Yun na lang siguro sa ngayon, hanggat hindi ko alam kung anong magiging silbi na.
Pero swerte mo kasi sumusugal yung mga producers ng mga lalaking pelikula para sa'yo, which is, well, ngayon, privilege talaga yan.
Yung Bayaniverse kasi, parang I think TBA just really wanted to complete it.
Okay.
Yun lang yung mission talaga nila. I consider that chapter closed na. Kahit na may magsaysay teaser doon sa dulo.
Would you have wanted to do the magsaysay?
Wishful thinking lang talaga yun eh.
Okay.
Nilagay
Throw
lang-
it to the universe and tingnan ko ba yung mag-pick up.
Oo, pero to be honest, nakakapagod gumawa kasi ng historical.
That's true.
Yeah, and kung nagawa ko yun, baka mas marami pa magalit sa akin.
Pero, well, yun na nga eh. Parang you've addressed it really well. And then, your best weapon is a good work. Another good work. Yun naman yun eh. Yung hindi mo responsibilidad sagutin lahat ng kritiko.
Hindi na, tsaka nakakapagod naman na mag-engage sa kanila lahat.
Totoo. So, well, TV, yung Darna hindi natuloy. Bakit?
Ang totoong explanation dyan, hindi siya, kasi minsan nakikita ko na sinasabi nila dahil creative differences.
Pero ngayon, at least pwede masabi mo rito.
To be fair sa Star Cinema, they really allowed me to fulfill the vision.
Yeah.
Pero nag-pandemic, nagsara yung ABS. At that point, knowing the scale of the project, nag-decide sila na hindi na feasible na ituloy talaga yung project. So, pinasa nila sa iba para gawing teleserye. In-invite ako na gawin pa rin yung teleserye, pero may scheduling conflict that time. So,
But again, the message is you are not averse na mag-teleserye or mag-TV.
hindi naman. Pero yun nga, as much as possible.
Pelikula. And what projects do you see yourself like doing?
I'd like to do another love story.
Yeah.
Balikan ko yung mga pinanggalingan ko with Sana dati. and
That's
stuff.
good. That's
And
good.
something-
Not as tragic. Here, since you're because of your music background, do you see yourself doing a musical film? You did Emir with Chita Ronyo, pero
Well, I was the editor there.
okay.
I was
Okay.
involved with the music.
Ikaw nakita mo is a musical film in the Philippines viable?
Hindi in the way that we know musicals.
Okay.
Siguro mas parang yung Remember Once?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's about
I saw that.
musicians rather than
Yes,
in
yes,
strict
yes.
musical. So
Fall
mas
slowly, oh.
mas kaya ko yung ganun na about musicians.
Na
Rather-
love story din.
Pwede. Rather than a pure musical.
Landmark hindi pa rin makawala sa Bayaniverse, no? Parang,
Sige.
if Quezon were alive now, what would you want that movie, that person to say to our audience?
Well, una sa lahat, mumurahin niya ako, for sure.
Talaga sila, sige.
Kasi lahat yun yung mga bagay na tinago niya. Pero again, nasa mga libro lahat yun.
Pero public domain, di ba?
Yeah, then saka nasa libro lahat yun.
Okay.
And may mga certain books, I think yung biography ni Osmeña, na sinabi doon kung paano Osmeña was just as capable, pero natalo siya doon sa myth-making game ni Quezon. Kasi doon magaling si Quezon. So, he would probably be in the same way na yung mga malilinis na politiko ngayon with this very clean image. Yeah. But again, ang difference is back then, I think mas pure yung game.
That's true.
Mas hindi self-serving. Ang
true.
complicated lang kay Quezon was nakatali yung mission niya for independence with his quest for power.
Yeah.
Pero I would say na totoo pa rin yung pinaglalaban niya na independence. Whereas ngayon, I think para yumaman lang talaga yung mga politiko.
At walang other side ng remorse.
Walang shame.
No? Walang shame.
Walang
yes,
shame.
Yes, yes.
So if credit to Manuel Quezon, may shame pa nung panahon niya.
Yeah.
And yung pagiging yung dignity
Yeah.
nung position niya. So he would probably baka minura din niya yung mga ibang politiko. Baka ganun. Pero he would also be the same grandstanding
may
person.
flair, no?
Oo, palagi.
Which the Filipinos are drawn to anyway. So parang
I suppose, yeah.
Kaya nga sa nandun, as leader, hindi nawala as leader. No? But yun nga parang with that said, gaano kahalaga sa'yo yung pag-shape ng national consciousness through your films? I know it's not deliberate, or it may be there in your DNA, but then, yun nga, walang kabigatan ng kamay. Because we know some directors na pag ganun, ram it to your throat talaga.
Yeah.
So, swabe, pero kasi ang laki ng pressure na after Quezon, gagawa ka ng mga ganung pelikula.
Hindi, gawa ko na action.
Action, pero how do you stick to that discourse on national consciousness?
Parang mas importante sa akin na mag-raise ng questions eh.
That's true.
I know some people would want my films to present solutions also. Problema, hindi ako, I don't know the solutions, but I know the questions na pwedeng itanong.
To lead to whatever.
Kasi I think mas importante na kaya yung mga, speaking of the Bayaniverse films, kaya siya ganun. I think mas importante kasi na yung solutions manggaling sa audience, na may sense of ownership yung nanonood. Rather than ako nagsasabi na ito yung gawin nyo, ito yung mali, ito yung tama, ganun. So parang ito yung questions, ito yung mirror to society. Ano yung, do you agree? If you agree, ano yung pwedeng gawin afterwards? So yun, pero yung deliberate na shaping of national consciousness, parang that's never...
It will just come, di ba? Parang dapat yung mga tao yung mag-shape nun. Parang nagtatanong ka lang and they will respond just after respond.
Yes. And una, of course, whether they agree or disagree with the mirror, yung reflection.
Yeah.
Yun, kung hindi sila nag-agree, edi sabihin nila ano yung tama.
Yeah.
Kung nag-agree sila, edi sabihin nila kung ano yung pwedeng gawin para iba naman yung Hindi
You've chosen to highlight Luna, Del Pilar, and Quezon. Is that safer than highlighting mas modern day heroes at this point?
Hindi, kasi nakatali ako dun sa, sa Luna. Oo, parang by default, nag-start talaga siya with Antonio Luna.
Yeah.
Kasi nandun na yung script. Before pa ako pumasok sa project.
Yeah.
So, nung pumasok ako sa project, yung Nick Joaquin book, parang doon ako naghanap. So, hindi naman siya dahil ayokong itakil yung mga modern.
Pero ang sinasabi nga, mas divisive yung pag-modern heroes eh. Kasi mas maraming Kasi yung iba, mas buhay pa yung mga kamag-anak. Pero aside from that, mas madali, kunyari, yung Gumburza, Luna, Del Pilar.
Hindi, depende rin eh. Kasi kung ang atake mo is iconoclastic,
Yeah.
so mas marami
Gets,
ding magrereklamo dahil institutions na sila eh.
Gets.
Si Luna, Goyo, si Quezon, mga monuments na sila eh. So once na nag-start kang quote-unquote attack yung image na yun, may mga magagalit talaga kahit anong mangyari.
Yan, pero hindi nga attack yun. Ang ginagawa mo yung question so that people will have their own
Kaya nga A Question of Heroes yung kay Nick Joaquin
yeah.
na book. So, ayun.
Pag sinabing Gerald Tarog film, what do you want people to remember or to like at least bear in mind?
Honestly, I
Ano
don't,
yung tatak Gerald na pelikula?
hindi ko rin siya iniisip.
Okay. Lumalabas na lang.
Parang that's something na other people would be
Will
more...
answer.
Yeah. Nandun sila sa position to answer that. Ako, I just try to tell a good story. May iba na nagsasabi na usually ang antagonist sa pelikula ko ay time.
Totoo.
Palaging ganun, yung past, palagi ang kalaban ng mga characters ko. Sila na nagsabi nun, hindi ko alam yun.
Totoo rin.
Hindi ko alam yun. So, again, hindi ko na siya iniisip in terms of legacy or what people will remember.
What other stories do you want to tell? And what excites you pa sa trabaho mo?
What excites me? Meron pa ba?
Sabi mo pera.
Pera. Yung mabayaran yung utang ko. Dahil pa utang.
Kasi at a certain point, di ba parang it's a concern, di ba?
Hindi lang siya, it's a concern. It's one of the main things.
Yeah.
Um,
And parang filmmakers should be paid well.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, hindi ko naman dinideny na minsan I take projects for the money.
Yeah.
At wala namang masama doon.
Basta you do your job well too, di ba?
Yun lang naman. Pero with regards to what drives me more, yun din yung isa sa mga pinag-iisipan ko pa.
Okay.
Kasi again, hindi ko alam kung gaano katagal at gaano ka-importante pa yung form ng pelikula ngayon.
Ang ganda ng punto. Okay.
Oo. So iniisip ko pa kung makikisama ba ako dun sa transition or do I be stubborn and try to keep making movies? Or do I find some hybrid form? Parang ganun. Since nanggaling naman ako ang background ko kasi music composition.
Yes.
And when I was there, ang ginagawa namin was mostly experimental stuff.
And music has been democratized, di ba?
Yes. Pero it's not just music, pero parang iba-ibang ways of performing.
Yes.
So hindi ko alam kung sa ngayon. I mean, of course, gusto ko pang gumawa ng mga pelikula.
Yes, of course.
Totoo
But I'm
naman.
excited. You're opening yourself to other possibilities. Like what, Gerald? Doing musicals or like theater? It's an in thing now, more than
Theater.
Oo, more than pelikula.
Yeah, pero parang ayokong sumingit sa napakadaming mga director
Ngayon,
Oo.
totoo rin.
So, I'm just trying to leave things open.
So Gerald, hindi na talaga natin may iwasan that you're someone connected to or they're associating you to the Bayaniverse. But before that, sino-sino mga filmmakers or artists ang nag-inspire sa'yo to get into movie making?
So nabanggit ko na kanina yung rise ng independent cinema nung 90s at saka nung early 2000s. Nung panahon na yon, specifically nung early 2000s, yun din yung nag-flower ang South American and Latin American cinema.
Yes.
So, sina Iñárritu, sina Alfonso Cuarón, sina Pedro Almodovar, mga ganun. So, nung na-expose ako dun sa mga films nila, parang naisip ko, kasi lalo na yung mga, si Cuarón is Mexican, I
Yes.
think, yeah. So, I think it's Iñárritu pala, sorry. Pero nung nakita ko yung mga pelikula nila, ang Mexico kasi medyo similar yung kultura sa
Natin.
Pilipinas. So,
Peso pa rin yung currency, di ba?
Oo. And we have Filipinos who migrated there nung galleon trade. So, parang naisip ko, kung kaya nila, I think we can do something like
That's
that
true.
also. So, parang na-inspire ako na to sort of emulate what they're trying to do. But then again, kasabay ako sa isang generation ng mga filmmakers na na-inspire din sa mga ganon. So, pero hindi lahat nag-stay eh.
Who do you consider as your batchmates in the industry?
Well, si Tonet na lang yung...
Okay. Na pareho ngayon, writer-director.
Oo.
Ganun yung mold nyo, di ba?
Oo. So,
Okay.
I think, nauna lang yung... Ano ba nauna? Sana dati ata. Basta anyway, halos magkasunod ata yun.
Yes,
Tsaka yung
yes.
Tadhana.
Tapos yun nga, parang very personal films. Tapos ngayon, parang, evolved individuals. Sa tipong, meron siyang Sunshine. Tapos ikaw yung Bayaniverse. No?
Pero may mga iba pa, mga kabatch ko sina Lau Fajardo, sina
Okay.
kung sino-sino. Basta madami
Okay.
sila.
Pero yung major influence nyo as directors, local?
Local, again, parang paatras ako eh.
Okay.
Kasi since I came from music, hindi from film. So, mas marami akong alam sa music. So, nung nag-start akong maging filmmaker, ang exposure ko lang is kung ano yung sikat that time.
Okay.
So, again, yung sina Mark Mealy, sina Loris
Okay.
Gillian, at sina, I think yung Azucena ni Carlitos.
Carlito, sige.
Oo. So, yun.
Galing.
Yung mga ganun. Sino to? Si Saranggola, si
Hill Portes.
Phil Portes. Ayun. So, yung mga ganun nung panahon na yun.
Okay.
And then,
So medyo may pagka-indie, Tanging Yaman family drama,
Oo.
and Crying Ladies comedy.
oo. So, nung nagsimula ako, doon lang ako umatras.
Oh,
So,
okay.
doon lang ako nanood ng Maynila sa ako ng liwanag, Kisap Mata, ganyan.
Okay.
And then even further back, although when I was taking up film theory when I was still in college, nakapanood na ako ng ibang films from the 1950s and 1960s.
Na
And
Pinoy.
natuwa ako. Pero hindi ko maalala yung mga pangalan. Although yung kay Jerry De Leon napanood ko na
Okay.
sa kanya yung Noli ata eh.
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
Ayun. So,
Banshaw, mga ganon. Yeah.
So, yun. So locally, it's more of, parang I was trying to just imbibe the spirit of my contemporaries. Yung excitement namin in making a mark.
And being auteurs, di ba?
Oo.
Yun nga eh.
Parang
na
ganun.
parang being in control of all aspects of production. Kasi yung turo parang, pag may nawalang member doon, pwede kayo mag-step up. Yun yung training.
Yes.
Yun. Anyway, and how about actors? Sino yung favorite actors mo? And how do you collaborate with them to get authentic performances?
I wouldn't say I have favorite actors. It's more of, I find someone na I'm comfortable working with. And then, kung yung susunod na project ay may babagayan sa kanya, siya pa rin yung kinukuha ko.
Okay.
That's how I ended up working with Paulo Avellino for several films.
Yes.
Na sunod-sunod.
Yes. Lovey
Si Lovey Poe, for
Ang
sure.
swerte, parang gano'n. Parang, yun,
Oo.
meron ka bang stable na paborito?
Hindi
Ay,
sa
hindi
ganun eh.
paborito. Magagalit yung mga tao. But,
Oo, hindi nga sa
Yeah.
parang dahil nakatrabaho ko sila, parang sila yung nasa utak ko.
Yeah.
So, yung susunod
Yeah.
na project, parang, okay, bagay kaya itong mga nakatrabaho ko before.
Okay.
As long as masaya ako nakatrabaho sila.
Sino? Paolo, Lovey,
Of course, si Iza.
Isa.
Oo, so,
Okay.
although hindi pa nasusundan.
Oo.
Oo,
Pero nagka-mayo. at yung parang isang tawag lang ni Gerald, gagawin ko kahit ano.
Oo.
The
Kaya,
breakfast scene.
Very grateful to her for that.
No, but yun, parang how do you collaborate with them? Or ikaw, para dahil kilala ka na nila, isang tingin lang or walang konting explanation?
Hindi. Una, kung willing silang magbasa for the part,
That's it.
I invite them. Kung hindi sila willing, pero naniniwala pa rin ako na sila dapat yung para doon sa role, I try to watch as many of their works as I can.
Okay.
And then, pag sila na yun nandun sa role, pag nakast na sila, I give them all of the materials that I have.
Yeah, eh.
Hindi lang pag historical, even if it's not historical.
Pegs, no? And,
Not necessarily pets.
or readings.
It's more of kung paano ko nakikita yung character at yung kwento.
Galing.
Pag nabigay ko na yon, sila na yung bahala.
To create it.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kasi ayokong i-micromanage kung ano yung proseso nila. Kasi iba-iba yung mga proseso nila eh.
Ito.
Oh,
Sakay mo yung proseso or let the assistant direct or
I usually
dagdag bawas ka na lang.
parang hinahayaan ko lang sila kung ano yung bring me whatever it is na you think is best
Galing.
for the character.
At ang sukatan mo ng magaling na artista, binibigyan ka ng more.
Yung nagugulat ako.
Okay.
Oo. So madami na ng mga nakatrabaho na nagulat ako dun sa nabigay nila, dun sa character.
Okay.
Yun, so many. And usually pag nakast mo na yung tamang actor, wala na akong kailangan gawin masyado. It's
Half the work is done, no?
more than half.
More than half.
Oo.
Kung maayos yung artista.
Oh, so kung maayos sila, it's really just me saying na, okay, tagalan mo na lang dito or bilisan mo dito. Kaya nga sobrang importante yung casting sa trabaho ng director.
Tama.
Dapat hindi ka na magkamali doon. Dapat pag, before pa mag-roll yung cameras, eto na sila. Buo na yung characters nila. Para pag nag-roll na, okay na.
What project pushed you to your limits? Yung tipong lahat ng alam ko na or in-exhaust ko. Aside from Confessional, kasi doon naging artista ka mismo.
Yeah.
I think that
Siguro, Goyo. Limits, physically. Kasi that was the hardest thing. Everyone, lahat kami.
can you make us
nahirapan.
understand why?
It's yung scale nung production.
Okay.
Parang minsan may mga araw na halos 1,000 kami sa set.
Wow.
Ganun. More than 500 for sure. Tapos yung kailangan namin mag-construct ng town square.
Yes.
May chapel, may mayor's house, lahat, gano'n. So gumawa kami ng town square. Nung shoot namin yung Battle of Tirad Pass sa Balagbag, that was during the rainy season. So every other day, umaakit kami sa bundok na more than 200, 300 people. Inaakit namin, magsushoot kami buong araw. Minsan hindi kami makakapag-shoot kasi bigla magkakaroon ng fog. Na hindi mo mape-predict wala yan sa AccuWeather. So, hindi mo rin alam kung kailan mawawala yung fog. So,
Okay.
Tapos minsan may mga eksena kami na yung camera nandito sa isang hill, yung actors nandun sa kabilang hill. Tapos paano kami magko-coordinate ng directing and etc. So, lahat yon, lahat ng mga yung physical labor and yung logistics doon kung paano gagawin yun. And then after that, bababa kaming lahat. Tapos, during that shooting day, halimbawa, umulan na. So, yung path namin, walang sementado na path doon.
Oh my God.
So, yung mga trucks namin, yung mga 4x4, minsan nagsaslide na lang sila pababa. Ganon.
Yan pala yung never discussed, no? So, yung reaction ng mga tao sa Quezon, napaka-vocal.
Oo.
After knowing the ordeal that you went through with Goyo, kumusta yung naging aftermath nun sa'yo based on the audience reaction?
Hindi ko siya masyadong... You mean kasi mas maingay yung Luna and Quezon compared to
Yes.
Goyo?
Kasi parang pag sophomore work, di ba? Pag after yung hype ng Luna, parang ang laki ng expectation sa Goyo. Pero parang yun, hindi na pinag-usapan masyado kung gaano kasakit. Katulad ng ganito. Yung hirap mong ganito eh.
Hindi ko siya... Parang of course, gusto ko sanang kasing ingay yung Goyo.
Aha.
Pero hindi ko siya hindi ako nag-dwell doon. Kasi yung
Okay.
design talaga nung tatlo.
sila.
Yung sinasabi ko to before, kasi nga music major ako.
Yes.
So, that whole thing was designed like a sonata or a symphony.
Yes.
Na meron siyang 3 movements na yung pinakaunang movement ay mabilis at maingay. Tapos yung second movement
Banayan.
is very slow, meditative, ganon. So sadya yun. Ganon talaga siya.
Okay.
And then pagbalik nung third, pick up the pace again and then higher energy.
And end with that. Or
Oo.
probably, baka meron pang coda or
Well, yun. Oo. So,
reprise afterwards.
So, sadya yun na ganun.
Okay.
So, it was by design. And alam ko, going in sa Goyo, na maraming mga tao na parang, ay, bakit ganun yung pelikula?
But it was the rhythm.
Oo.
Okay. I'll practice parang emotions kasi as directors ba? Parang you also not only play but manage emotions. Of the 3 films, saan ka pinakamasaya? Bayani-verse.
I-rephrase na lang natin. Kasi,
Saan kayo,
nag-enjoy.
Nag-enjoy. Saan ka? Okay.
pinaka nag-enjoy ako sa Luna. Kasi that was the first time.
Yes.
And
mag-explore ng
Oo.
unexplored ground.
Oh, and sobrang when I said yes to that project, hindi ko alam kung paano gumawa ng historical movie. Palagi naman ganun.
Talaga ba?
Oo.
Okay,
Yung-
walang template.
Yung first time kong gumawa ng horror sa Regal, yung Shake, yung
Okay.
Funeraria, hindi ako marunong gumawa ng horror.
Pero maayos na yun. Okay.
So I was like, sige, paano ko gagawin to na exciting para sa akin and
Okay.
possibly entertaining sa audience?
Okay.
So palaging ganun yung approach. So nung natuloy yung General Luna, same thing, parang hindi ko alam kung paano gagawin to, pero sige, try natin. Anong problem solving tayo.
Galing.
So, every step of the way. So, enjoyable sa akin yung Luna.
Yung Luna.
Yung Goyo was fun, pero
Yun yung pinakamahirap.
pero sobrang
Sinabi
hirap
mo,
kasi
yun
yung gawin.
pinakamahirap. At least you're able to say that.
Oo. And then Quezon was so fast na parang yung enjoyment ko was nakatali sa pagmamadali ko din kasi.
Talaga.
Oh, ang bilis ng timetable kasi ng Quezon eh. Parang nag-shoot kami ng March to June this year lang. And then pagka-wrap nung shoot, I was editing the film in between our shooting days. So wala akong pahinga nun. So pagka-wrap ng shoot, within mga 2 weeks, naka-lock na yung edit ng pelikula. And then I spent the next other 2 weeks doing the trailer, na ako rin yung nag-music. And then nung natapos ko na yung trailer, diretso ko sa film scoring ng pelikula. So that was like August hanggang September. Ayun. So na-enjoy ko siya and I had the most fun creatively sa Quezon naman. Yung paglalaro, yung experimentation.
Yes, it showed. Kasi yung parang, yung from one medium to another, di ba? Pelikula na nagko-connect, pati music, di ba?
Yeah.
Iba rin, naglaro ka talaga.
So, in terms of yung creative spark, yung Quezon yung nag-enjoy din ako.
Pinaka na-challenge ka doon?
Oo.
Quezon? Okay.
Pero again, that was also fun for me kasi parang I was like going back to my roots sa confessional.
Yes.
Na para dun sa mga kakaunting nakapanood ng confessional, medyo may ganun din siya. Na parang how do you create a story of a person. So kasi dun sa confessional, meron siyang part na about editing a film. So may mga
Nandun,
ganun siya.
yeah.
So nandun din yung Quezon.
Okay. This is nice. Ano yung mga mistakes sa tingin mo na brought you the greatest lessons you have as a director na pwedeng matuto
Okay,
yung
sige.
mga tao?
Yung General Luna, I wasn't expecting it to be a success. So,
But it was a slow burn too, di ba? Yung parang first few days, okay, pero
Yeah.
mas yung word of mouth.
pero that
grew.
was like a matter of 2 months, 3 months. Ganun lang siya.
Yes.
So, nung nag-start siyang sumabog, I wasn't really prepared for that kind of
Yeah.
noise.
Okay.
Knowing
Knowing the introverted
Yes.
you.
So, may,
Yeah.
may time na I thought it was part of my job to engage and manage the conversation around the film.
True.
So, pag binalikan niyo yung time na yun, there are many instances of me being online, engaging with people. Nung minamarket namin yung Luna, nandun na yung mga school tours.
Oo,
Nandun
oo.
na siya kasi part naman talaga yun nung conversation. Pero yung after that, nung sumabog yung pelikula, I thought it was part of my job para i-address lahat ng mga tanong ng mga tao.
Galing.
And then, the longer it went, parang, hindi ko kailangan gawin to.
Mahirap yung susunod. So, what kind of stories do you think the Philippine cinema needs at this point?
Siguro, medyo general yung sagot ko. Kasi, sabi ko nga kanina, I think, nasa precarious na situation yung form ng pelikula. Yung medium itself. So, I think mas importante na mag-innovate yung mga tao. Granted na posibleng kumita pa rin ang formula. Pero I think the longer that keeps going on, parang mas lalo siyang magiging hollow,
Yeah, that's true.
stale, tama. So, I think pag sa mga times ng crisis sa isang art form, sobrang importante yung mga innovators, yung mga avant-garde, kumbaga.
The disruptors like you.
I don't know. Pero I would assume na may mga filmmakers out there who have better ideas, new ideas. And I want them to have a voice para ako rin mismo ma-inspire.
Yeah, it's true.
Kasi yan parang may cycle siya na pag may mga magagaling dyan, ako parang gusto ko rin galingan kasi ang gagaling nila, parang
Very
ganun.
good.
So, sana ganun, sana dumami yung innovators kasi naalala ko yung time when I was starting out and sunod-sunod yung mga sobrang groundbreaking na pelikula na pag upo mo sa sinehan, tumataas yung balahibo mo.
Okay.
And personally, I'm like trying to find ways to innovate. Pero again, depende yan sa kung ano yung mga projects na nalatag sa akin. Kasi pwede akong mag-pitch, pero kung walang interesadong financiers, doon ako sa
Gusto ng financiers. But do you see yourself producing your film eventually? Kunyari, walang magka-finance.
well, I don't have the resources for that.
For now.
Oo. Pero as a producer na naghahanap ng financiers, more or less, ginagawa ko rin naman yun before.
Yeah.
Oo.
Ooh, thank you. Today we've heard from the best filmmaker of our generation, whose work continues to shape how we understand our history, our culture, and ourselves as Filipinos. Thank you, direct, editor, music artist Gerald Taarog, for sharing your journey, your vision, your passion. And thank you to everyone who joined us, where we uncovered the faces and the forces that move Philippine cinema. See you in the next one.
Talk about Philippine cinema. Love teams are an essential part of the conversation.
Hindi, gusto mo ba sa panahon ni Praxedis Fernandez?
The beginning, sa pinakauna.
So ito, kung ano yung pumapatok, di ba, may template, ginagaya na.
Ano ba ang mga naging rason ng pag-usbong ng love team sa Pilipinas?
Nagsimula itong mas naging more intense with Aldab.
Halos lahat ng mga pelikula ngayon natin, in this 2025, to a certain degree, ay may ganong klaseng story.